Hi scrapbookers, this is Megan and I am back today with Emma, who is Sci-Fi Scrapper, and we are going to be doing a scraplift layout. So I found this layout that we are scrap lifting on Pinterest, and I will have a link below to the Pinterest link. And I really liked this layout, but I wasn't sure exactly what I was going to do because the layout only uses one photo, but I had two photos that I wanted to use for this layout. So I kind of started this layout thinking maybe I'm going to use this one for this sketch or this scrap lift. Maybe I'll pick a different one, but I do actually end up using these two photos. So I am just cutting apart this paper. I believe this is the Happy Place collection. This is I want to say the January kit from Click Kits. I believe that's what it is. So I'm going to use that red plus paper with all the pluses on it. And then I'm also going to use this blue paper. And I'm not sure what I'm doing here, trying to get myself situated, I guess. So here I am going to back this photo on all of that. Oh, you know what? No, I forgot. So what I'm going to do is I'm thinking I'm going to use the blue paper as the background, the full 12 by 12 sheet. And then I'm going to use this yellow paper that says hello on it as the top piece. And I wasn't sure where exactly I wanted to put my photos yet or what other papers I wanted to use. So here I'm just kind of going through those papers. I thought about maybe using this marble blue one, but where the background was blue and it was a different blue color, and it kind of clashed with this marble, I'm going to decide to not use this marble paper. Here I am, I'm off to the side. I think I'm just kind of cleaning my area and trying to find a spot for my ephemera pieces so that they're not right on my desk. So here, that paper is from Basil. I'm sorry that it's not focusing. I believe it's from Basil. I think that's what it was. So I just cut off a little piece of that marble paper, and I'm thinking that I'm going to put it there on the sides, so on both sides. But then I end up not really liking the way that looks. I pulled out some string or some twine, and I'm not quite sure. I believe I got that in a rack from someone. So here I'm going to cut off a bit of this, I think it's called With You. I think that's what it said. This paper from the Happy Place collection. And I'm going to use that as my mat all across the photo and all across the layout. So here I'm just cutting that down. And then I'm just going to cut off a little bit of a piece there. And then I'm going to cut it in half, and I'm going to put it on both sides. I'm still thinking I'm going to use that marble paper, but I'm not going. Well, I do use it just in a different area. So here I'm just gluing down the sides, and I am crumpling each one of these layers because I just thought that that looked really nice. I don't really remember if the scrap-lifted layout was crumpled, but I just thought it gave it a little bit more texture to the layout and more interest. So now I'm looking through some of their Project Life cards that they included in the kit, and I'm just pulling out some that I think would work. So the story behind these photos, that's my husband looking at his cake. I think we made him a cake for Father's Day last year because we thought it would be fun. And so what happened was I bought these candles that were called shimmer candles, and they were like $3 for 4 candles. And so I was like, oh, they must like sparkle or shimmer or something. Like, seriously, why would these candles cost $3, right? So we put them in and we lit them and nothing happened. They just were candles. And I was like, what? Are you serious? I paid freaking $3 for candles that do nothing. Like, seriously, I am the kind of person that buys the dollar candles at the dollar store. You know, I was like, why would candles be $3 just to sit there and do nothing, to be sparkly and have glitter in them? And so that's a picture of my husband staring at them like, when are you going to do something? What are you going to do? You need to do something. So I just thought that was funny, and so I took that picture of him. And then I took pictures of the candles with the packaging. So yeah, I felt kind of silly after that, and I was like, okay, never again will I buy special $3 candles, because apparently I'm just not very smart. So here I'm just kind of messing around with a few of these cards, and there was that pink tag that I thought I could do my journaling on, and so I'm going to leave it in that area. I also cut out that speech bubble, and that one says, really? And I thought that would be perfect for this layout. So there I cut the twine down, and I'm not really sure what I'm going to do next. I made this layout like at the beginning of January, which is a surprise because normally I'm a huge procrastinator. So it's amazing that I got this layout done so early. Okay, so that's where I decided to put that marble piece of blue paper, and I'm going to glue down this tag right there. But it kind of hangs off, and so I am going to end up getting another mat going behind the photo area right there. So this is where I'm trying to pick out which paper I want to use. There is this pink one that has these geometric birds on them. That is geometric, right? Those are geometric birds. I think that's what they're called. There's some funky birds on this paper. So I just mat the photo collage there a little bit, not too much, because my husband isn't a pink lover, and so I try not to make layouts with a whole lot of pink on him, with him on it. With my boys, I do whatever I want, because, yeah. And then I kind of scrunch up the paper there as well. And now I am going to pull out this doily, and I'm going to put it down here on the bottom. Oh, I forgot. I'm also going to put a little piece up there at the top. So I cut it up. I forgot that I had done that. And then I'm going to put the excess piece down at the bottom. So here I think what I'm going to do is, I think I'm going to start gluing everything down now, because I think that I've finally gotten everything kind of situated where I want it. So I'm going to start gluing. And yeah, that's what I'm going to do. So I think I was making this layout really late at night. So I am going to actually stop and then come back and finish up the layout the next day. So you might see my clothes change. My shirt might change. I hope it changes because I usually don't wear the same shirt, 2 days in a row. Oh goodness. Okay, so now here I'm gluing all of this stuff down, and let's see. Oh, I'm going to use my Tombow Aqua glue that I have in this fine line bottle, and I was having a really hard time having it come out. So I had to use like both of my hands to get it to come out, and then finally it was coming out. So here I'm just going to glue that down. And that is kind of an orangish twine. So it's got orange and white on it. And then here I'm going to use, I don't even know what color this is. I think it's red. I'm going to use some red twine. And my layout is, of course, on the other side of the room. So I'm not going to get up and get it. I'm being kind of lazy today. So I just decided to glue down one of those pieces of twine just to make sure that it stayed put. Here I am, let's see, now I'm thinking, what else can I do to embellish? So I pulled out this 3x4 card, and I'm going to cut out that circle, and then I'm going to put some stickers inside the circle and stamp the date around it. So this kit also came with these stickers. I'm not quite sure who those are from. Let me see if I can grab them real quick. Oh, they're from, it's the same collection. It's from the Happy Place collection that came in the January Click Kit. And it is made by Fancy Pants. That's who it's made by. So I just pulled off a couple stickers. And here I decided to place one in underneath that little, in the speech bubble, underneath the word really. I can't tell what it says. So silly or something like that. Now I'm going to glue down that circle. And I'm going to put it in the bottom right or bottom left hand on top of that hello paper. Now I'm looking at that sheet of stickers again, and I'm going to pull a couple off. One of them is going to say favorite that I put there at the top of that circle. And the next one says memories. I think I'm going to pull, yeah, memories. And then another black one that's going to say love this. Now I think I'm going to start working on the title. Oh, first I'm going to stamp the date with my trusty Becky Higgins rotary date stamp, which my husband has informed me that he does not like the way that looks. And I'm just like, oh, stop being a brat. Like, seriously, it's just a date stamp. What do you want me to do? And he's like, well, why don't you stamp it with different numbers? Or why don't you just write it in? And I was just like, I don't want to write it in because I hate my handwriting, number one. And I like the way it looks. I like the uniformness of the date stamp, I guess. And I have like a million date stamps. And so now he tells me he doesn't like them. And I'm just like, thanks. So now here I'm working on the title, and the title is going to be, why aren't they doing anything? And the alpha that they gave us for this was, I think it's from Studio Calico. I'm not really sure what the collection was that it came from, but I liked the alpha. But the thing that bothered me was that it only came with one of each letter. So it was very, restrictive. A very restrictive alpha set. So here I'm trying to figure out where exactly I want to put the title. Now I pulled out some Teresa Collins little alpha letters, and I'm going to write out aren't and then they. So the title is going to be, why aren't they doing anything? And aren't they anything is going to be in the blue Teresa Collins letters. Okay, so now I think I've gotten all of the words down on wax paper, so now I'm just going to start pulling them off of the wax paper and putting them down on the page. I seem to be taking a very long time with this layout. So I might just cut this part out so you're not so bored. But I don't know why, but this, I think it was just because it was so late that it took so long for me to do these parts. Okay, so now it's the next day and I'm back and I have the title all down. And now I'm just going to do my journaling. And I basically already told you the story, so I'm not even going to bother telling you what I write down for my journaling, because it's pretty much the same thing. Just a little bit more condensed. Sorry, I can talk, I promise. Okay, so now I am looking at the layout, trying to figure out what else I can put on here and what else it needs. So I stamped the date a couple more times up there to the left of the left of the title. And then I'm cleaning off my stamp, and then I'm going to add a few ephemera pieces from the ephemera pack. And so I'm off to the side looking at the ephemera pack, trying to figure out what exactly I want to do. And here I'm going to pull out a bunch of the pieces. So I find these feathers. There's that one feather and then there's another feather that I'm going to pull out. This ephemera pack was huge. The Click Kits Kit Club doesn't normally give you the whole ephemera pack. So when I got the whole ephemera pack, I was like, holy crap, what am I going to do with this? There's so much here. Usually we don't have that much. But it was fun to be able to choose which ones I want. So I pulled out those two feathers. I also pulled out this little tag that says hello. And then I'm going to kind of build up a cluster up there in the top right hand corner. I'm going to keep it pretty simple. I'm just kind of looking through all these pieces. But I keep it to the feathers and then those other two ephemera pieces. So I glue those feathers down. And I think that black little tag says "it happened" or something like that. And then I glued the heart right next to that. And I think that's pretty much the end of the layout. I do try cutting off the twine a little bit, but that doesn't work. So now I'm going to glue down that hello tag. And then that is the end. Stay tuned for some close-up photos. And also, if you haven't checked out Emma's video today, go ahead and do that. And I will see you guys again very, very soon. I think I'm going to be back tomorrow, actually. So you will get a lot of me in the next week, because I will be back tomorrow, and then I will be back next Monday after that as well. So I will see you tomorrow. Have a great day. Bye.